Welcome. This is your cosmic report and forecast. I'm Cynthia Starburst, and these are the headlines.
The new moon in Virgo last month saw many of us, in a practical sense, getting our shit together. Pluto's transformational transit through Capricorn continues its work in dismantling old, outworn systems, enabling new ones to arise like the phoenix of the flames to replace them. Mercury, the planet of communication, in the sign of harmonious Libra, saw negotiations of peace taking place last month in the Middle East. Uranus in Taurus is continuing helping us with our metamorphosis and inner revolution, helping to turn us all into the beautiful butterflies that we are.
So to Supernova for a look at the cosmic forecast in your part of the universe.
Hello, loves! Oh, it's great to have you back. Now, let's get started. Fast, quick time, because I tell you what, we're starting off the month, the very 1st of October, with a full moon in Aries. Now, Aries, what's that all about? Well, I'll tell you, it's the first sign of the zodiac. So with Aries, we've got this kind of childlike way of viewing the world. We can see the world anew, see the world through the eyes of a child. So there's all this kind of instigating energy, starting, getting things moving in the direction we want to go in. Now, because Mars is also in Aries at the minute, going backwards, our willpower, which is Mars, and our emotionality, our emotions, our feeling, instinctual feeling, is the moon. Because they're both in Aries, there's a bit of a merging together of these two things. They're getting caught up together. So we could have all this energy inside us, bubbling inside us, and all this kind of warrior spirit and a real need inside us to take action, but we might not be quite sure what that action is just yet. And that's okay. This moon in Aries is getting us, encouraging us, should I say, to feel comfortable in feeling uncomfortable. So we can almost just make it our home, this kind of irritable feeling or frustration. We can just relax into it, knowing that when that time's right, we're going to know exactly what it is we want to do and just step out and make it happen. Now, the mantra for Aries is I am. So it's a very good time to set your intentions. So you can say things like, I am sovereign. I am capable. I am a goldfish. That kind of thing. I've just had a hair malfunction, but we're going to carry on. Right, next, on the 2nd of October, we've got no time to breathe this month. We've got Venus, planet of love, moving into Virgo. Right, so what does this mean? What it means is, because Venus, yes, it's about love, but it's also about cooperation, harmony, balance, and unity within all of our relationships. So because it's in Virgo, which is very analytical, it likes to look at the details of things, and it likes to make things more meaningful out of all the data it's been collecting. So the positive side of this is to share with people perhaps what you've been noticing, the finer details and the dynamics with people that you think if you shared them, may help to just to tackle a few of the things that are maybe out of whack, out of balance, out of alignment for each of you, and enable the relationship to deepen and to become more meaningful. Now, the shadow side of Virgo is it can be a bit of a nitpicker. You know, it can overthink things, and it can work itself up into a bit of a worry and just focus on the negative things. So it's good to pay attention to where you might be doing that in your relationships and just bring it back into a state of balance and think how you can use that brain that's been churning over things and processing things, how you can use that to further your relationships. Okay, on the 4th of October, we've got Pluto, the transformational outer planet, moving in to the sign of Capricorn. Now, Capricorn is very wealth, success, reputation, material, financial orientated. And Pluto it's very transformational, it's very, very powerful. When Pluto is given a transit, there is no stone left unturned. And at the minute, America specifically, Pluto's doing a bit of a number on it. It's for the next 2 years, Pluto's like that. Well, actually more like. So what that means is we're going to see lots of things uncovered, things to do with power and reputation in the world. So anything that is a lie, anything that is no way in alignment with the greater good is going to be getting sorted out by Pluto. Now, that takes me on beautifully to this next transit, Jupiter in Capricorn, sextiling, nice word, Neptune in Pisces. Now, what on earth does that mean? Well, sextile, it's like it says on the tin, like it sounds. It's very beneficial. Okay, so this energy, it's working together harmoniously. It's just giving each other that right amount of friction to make a positive union. Now, Jupiter, the planet of expansion, growth, good luck, fortune, in Capricorn, like I said, your finances, your career, your success, your reputation. Mixed with Neptune, the unseen realms, the subconscious, little downloads you get of what it is you should be doing in your life, your higher calling, if you will. In Pisces, which is all about that. It's the most evolved sign in the zodiac. So when all these energies are mixed together, it's encouraging us to find work, to find careers that our higher consciousness is brought into us, that really feed our soul. So, any jobs that we might be doing at the minute that feel like we're slogging it, that feel like, oh, we dread going there, like almost like we're slaves while we're there, this transit is encouraging us to listen very quietly. And it might take some time for those little downloads to come in. But that's okay. We just need to be open to it and open to stepping forward in the direction that would really fulfill us. And with that Jupiter energy, we've got all the luck we need to make a real leap of faith. Okay, on the 13th of October, on the 13th of October, Mercury, the planet of communication, goes backwards in Scorpio. Now, what does this mean? Well, because it's going backwards, it's a time to reevaluate, move a bit slower and assess how it is that we're communicating with people. Now, Scorpio is in no way bothered with superficial chit-chat. It's all about expressing the deeper parts of ourselves. So this is a really great time to be vulnerable with each other and to really, even though it might be messy, what's coming up, to have that faith and that trust in each other and to hear each other, because we know things are coming up and out to be healed. So anything from our past, any traumas, Mercury going backwards is encouraging us to lay our cards on the table because it's all here to be healed and alchemized. So in our relationship dynamics, if there's anything that's felt a bit surface level, that's going to be challenged, because this is really a time to be your most authentic self, which means the thoughts going on inside your head and the feelings inside your body are what you communicate with others. So it's less of this mask. Get rid of that and be who you are and share who you are, because it's in our sharing that we learn and we grow. Now, Scorpio can also experience extreme highs and extreme lows. So as much as we might be sharing some deep inner parts of ourselves, there's some real gorgeous aspects to this that will be hilarious most likely and joyous, because when we do share those deep parts of ourselves, we feel lighter, we feel like we've taken a load off. So it's encouraging us to face our fears, because at the very darkest point, when you go right down into the darkest part of yourself, you pop back up right into the light. So knowing this, we can really allow ourselves and each other to express ourselves wholly. We can rise above the superficial and have real talk and real love and real lasting change. Okay, now on the 16th of October, we've got a new moon in Libra. Now, new moons, they are all about fresh energy. They're all about a new wave of feelings that we're gonna ride out into this next month. Now, quite often on a new moon, even though we've got this fresh energy, we can feel a little bit weary because the moon is so thin in the sky. It's the smallest that it is the whole month. So we can feel a little bit drained. We can feel like we don't have much get up and go. So during the new moon, it's a very good time, again, to put pen to paper and write down intentions and things we'd like to birth into the world in this next month. Now, because the moon's in Libra, like I said, it's all about balance and harmony. So it's good to have a bit of an action plan for this next month of things that you know bring you calm, things that bring you bliss and contentment, your happy place, if you will. Whether that's snuggling up under the duvet with a nice book, whether it's going for a walk and just staring at the leaves on the trees, whether it's stroking your favourite dog, whether it's doing 5 minutes of meditation on a morning, whether it's going for a nice bike ride, whether it's dancing your head off, whatever it is, just have a bit of a tool belt ready for October of things that can bring you deep peace. Because this new moon, although it's concerned with peace, it has a few what we call challenging aspects going on in the background. Now, you could say that's a bit of a microcosm for what's going on in the world. We're all creating this inner harmony. We're all working on our sanctuaries that are always there to protect us and keep us at peace. Though there's those challenging aspects going on in the background. So we can use this new moon to give us the skills we need to get through the entire month. In fact, to get through the entire year. We are prepared with our cosmic tool belt of harmony and peace. Now, as we continue into this month, on the 22nd of October, the sun enters Scorpio. So we've got even more, as we enter fully Scorpio season, we've got even more of this deep feeling, intense energy. Now, this intense energy has got some beautiful positive aspects to it, because Scorpio is very intuitive, and it's also a real force for change. So as much as we can be feeling quite difficult emotions or deep emotions, we can know that there's actually a real surge of change taking place that's acting on a higher good. Now, the darker side of Scorpio is it can bring up and highlight our power addictions. Any situations where we over control it, where we try to assert our control over things or people, that ultimately prevents us from loving them and loving ourselves. It's a really good time to address those things where you feel a need to control a situation, that perhaps would be better if you just took a bit of a back seat and just let it play out, or let somebody breathe. So it's a very good time, instead of tapping into the forceful nature of Scorpio, it could be a good time to tap into the intuitive side of Scorpio and tune into what might be the most beneficial thing for a situation, or the most beneficial thing for a person. And if your intuition tells you that it's your time to be a force for change, then the universe has got you back in that too. Fabulous. Right, we're cracking on through now. We're doing a really good job. So, towards the end of the month, we've got, on the 27th of October, Venus trundles along and she moves from Scorpio into Libra. So this is brilliant, because all of that deep work that we can do at the beginning of October, where we're really bearing our all, our deepest parts of ourselves, in order to be healed and to be authentic and to be true. When we've done all that, then we've got this lovely reward at the end of the month where Venus enters Libra, and it's all about harmony and tranquility and ease. Right, now, on the end of October, the 31st of October, we have another full moon. So we started the month on the 1st with a full moon, and we're ending on the 31st with one. So we've got two for the price of one. And I always like a good bargain, but it's great when it comes to the cosmos as well. Now, this moon in Taurus is all about taking right good care of yourself, because Taurus really is concerned with how it's feeling physically. It's very sensual, so it's a great time to look at our daily rituals. What food are we putting into our bodies? How are we fueling ourselves? Is it the best fuel we can give to ourselves? Are we exercising enough? Are we nurturing ourselves enough? Can we take a really long bath with some candles? Can we give ourselves a massage? Can we give someone else a massage? It's a great time for all of that. Now, the interesting part of this is, while there's lots of ghoulish behaviour with it being Halloween, there's also ghoulish behaviour in the background of this moon, because the moon is in Taurus and it's opposite the sun in Scorpio. So we know Scorpio is all about the deeper hidden parts of yourself. It's about facing your demons. So with this Halloween full moon, there's a good potential for facing demons on the outside and demons on the inside. It's a great time to get in a lovely balance between taking very good care of yourself, looking at those parts of yourself that perhaps you don't like all that much, that keep rearing their ugly heads, to look at them with love, to touch them with love, and see how that transforms your life. So when it comes to tricking or treating, treat yourself. Right, that's it from me. Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure as always. Now, with all of this astrology, what I would suggest you do is, you take what resonates and you wash your hands with the rest of it. I wish you a beautiful, a fabulous and transformational month. I wish all the power to you, and you just make sure you shine like a star, okay? And I'm going to pass you back to Cynthia now in the studio. I'll catch you next time.
Thank you, Supernora. And thank you all for joining us. This is the end of your cosmic report and forecast. That's all we have time for this month. We encourage you all to have an excellent month, and we also encourage you subscribe, like and share.